Welcome to Chanel the latest. The head of Russia's Wagner mercenary group said Wednesday that his forces had taken all the eastern part of Bakhmut, the East Ukrainian town where fierce fighting has raged for months. Wagner units have taken all the eastern part of Bakhmut, all that's east of the Bakhmutka River, that bisects the town, Wagner chief and Kremlin ally Yevgeny Prigozhin said in an audio message released by his press service. Pressure has been mounting on Ukrainian troops trying to hold the city against Russian soldiers hoping to capture it no matter the cost. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said Ukrainian forces were intent on defending Bakhmut but warned the Russian army would have an open road into eastern Ukraine if it captured the town. The battle for Bakhmut, a salt mining town with a population of 80,000 before the fighting began, has been the longest and bloodiest in Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, which has devastated swaths of the country and displaced millions over the past year. Russia launched a drone attack on Ukraine's southern port city of Odessa early Wednesday, but there were no reports of casualties, authorities said. At night, the enemy carried out an attack by UAVs of the Shahed 136 type on the Odessa region, Yuri Kruk, head of the Odessa District Military Administration, said in a statement on Telegram. Kruk said Ukraine's air defenses had destroyed most of the attacking drones but some civilian infrastructure had been hit. According to preliminary information, there were no casualties. Measures are being taken to contain the fire. Units of the State Emergency Service and other structures are working on the spot. In an update on Telegram, General Mykola Oleshchuk, commander of the Ukrainian Air Force, said 10 out of 12 inches kamikaze drones had been destroyed by the Odessa air defenses. Ukraine's general staff said over the past day Russia had launched 4 missile and 60 air strikes, along with 58 rocket attacks, causing injuries to civilians. The Shahed 136 is a small Iranian-made, self-detonating drone that can be programmed to fly automatically to a set of GPS coordinates with a payload of explosives. Russia's drone industry has been hit by international sanctions and a number have been shot down since the start of the war, prompting Moscow to import drones from Iran. The Black Sea port of Odessa was a favorite holiday destination for many Ukrainians and Russians before President Vladimir Putin sent troops into Ukraine in February last year. Since the start of the invasion, Odessa has been bombed several times by Russian forces. It was also hit by a drone attack 2 weeks ago that caused some damage. In January, the United Nations Cultural Agency UNESCO designated the historic center of Odessa a World Heritage in Danger Site. The Ukrainian military said on Friday that it had repelled an overnight drone attack on the country, including on the capital Kyiv, a day after Russia launched a barrage of missiles on the war-battered nation. On the night of December 29 to 30, the enemy attacked Ukraine with Iranian-made kamikaze drones, the Ukrainian Air Force said on Telegram. It added that a total of 16 drones were launched from the southeastern and northern directions and they were all destroyed by Ukraine's air defense. In the capital Kyiv, the city authorities announced an air alert at 2:12 a.m. local time, which lasted for just over 2 hours. Mayor Vitaly Klitschko later said the capital was attacked with 7 drones. 2 were shot down on approach, and 5 over the city. There were no casualties but falling debris damaged windows in 2 buildings in a southwestern neighborhood, he added. On Thursday morning, blasts were reported across Ukraine, including in Kyiv, the second city Kharkiv in the east, and the western city of Lviv near the border with Poland. The Ukrainian military said Russia had launched 69 cruise missiles, 54 of which had been shot down. The attacks came 10 months into Moscow's invasion of Ukraine. In recent months Russian strikes have targeted the energy grid, leaving millions in the cold in the middle of winter. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky said most regions of the country had been left without power following Thursday's attack. Ukraine said Saturday it was struck overnight by a volley of explosive drones, some of which reached the relatively peaceful Lviv region in the war-battered nation's west. Russia regularly pounds Ukraine with missiles, artillery and drones, often prompting painful power cuts that have blocked people from warming their homes or getting drinking water. Around 2100 on March 17, 2023, The Russian invaders attacked Ukraine with Iranian-made kamikaze attack drones of the Shahed-136-131st type, Ukraine's Air Force said in a statement on Telegram. It added that 11 out of 16 drones were destroyed. According to the Air Force, the attack was launched from the Sea of Azov and from Russia's Bryansk region that borders Ukraine. Some of the drones targeted the western Lviv region. Around 1 a.m. our region was attacked by kamikaze drones of the Shahed-136 type. According to preliminary information there were 6 of them, Regional Governor Maxim Kozytsky said. He added that 3 were shot down, while 3 other drones hit non-residential premises in the Yvorov district, causing damage but no victims. In the southeastern Dnipropetrovsk region, 3 drones were shot down by air defense, Regional Council head Mykola Lukashuk said. 2 others hit a critical infrastructure facility in Novomoskovsk, Lukashuk added. He said the attack caused a fire and significant damage. According to Lukashuk, the fire destroyed 4 houses and damaged 6 others. Nobody was injured. Drones also targeted the capital Kyiv, according to the city's administration. Our air defense forces destroyed all air targets, it said on social media, adding that there were no victims or damage. The outspoken founder of Russia's Wagner mercenary group, Yevgeny Prigozhin, said on Wednesday that he thought Russians should be free to criticize the country's top military commanders after lawmakers introduced tougher penalties for anyone deemed to have discredited those fighting on Russia's side in Ukraine. On Tuesday, the Russian parliament's lower house approved legislation introducing long jail terms for anyone criticizing mercenaries including members of the Wagner Group, a measure that previously only applied to criticism of the Russian military. Prigozhin said on Wednesday that Russians should feel free to express their opinion of senior military figures and that only ordinary soldiers were beyond criticism. I think that the law against discrediting should not apply to the command staff, that is me, the Minister of Defense, and other leaders who make or can make mistakes during the special military operation, Prigozhin said on Telegram, referring to Moscow's invasion of Ukraine. Society should say what it deems necessary about them, he said. Only the soldier is sacred. So soldiers should be left alone. Series of blasts targeting Russian weapons took place in Russian-occupied Crimea on Monday night, according to videos posted on social media. The footage showed explosions in Jankoy, a town in the northern part of Crimea and a strategically important railway connection used by the Russian army. In some clips, a red cloud was visible in the night sky after the blasts. Others featured the sound of machine guns firing.